I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri. It's 2021 now, and we've all experienced a lot of difficulty because of COVID-19 over the past year. We've been tested. We've all been tested. We've lost relatives, friends, co-workers. You know, this year we're looking for some relief. And I want to talk about some of the things that we've had to go through. We've been tested here in the Treasurer's office. We had to close our office for 3 months in 2020. Taxpayers couldn't come in and pay. We diverted a lot of our activity to the website and to the kiosks. People have been paying at kiosks and on the web, and we've collected more money now through that than we do in the office. So today, you have to make an appointment to come into our office. You have to go to our website, treasurer.waynecounty.com, to make that appointment. But the main thing we want to do is let people know that there's help available. The help that we have is for you. It's to help you keep your property. The Treasurer's office doesn't want your property. Our job is to collect taxes, and we're doing it in a way to collect the taxes and to help you keep your property. You're going to hear from our staff today and from our nonprofit partners. I want you to take advantage of the information. It's for you. So please relax, stay safe, and take advantage of everything that's being said today. So let's get started.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jean-Pierre Adams, Chief Deputy Treasurer here at the Wayne County Treasurer's Office. On behalf of our entire team, I'd like to thank you for joining us today. We hope this session will provide you with information and resources that will help you make decisions about whether you need to schedule a show cause hearing, as well as the types of assistance available to taxpayers that will help you avoid foreclosure on any properties in Wayne County this year. As the Treasurer noted, this past year has been particularly difficult for all of us. We know that many people have lost their jobs, have been sick, and have had to help family members, or have faced a host of other issues that makes tax payments difficult at this time. So here at the Treasurer's Office, we are constantly thinking of new solutions to respond to this pandemic and to those issues, while we try to keep you all safe and in your homes. As most of you know, last year, the Treasurer was able to work out with the courts that there would be no foreclosure. However, our legal obligation to continue to collect delinquent taxes and to give those dollars over to the local communities for services continues, and it did not stop. So this year, we've worked on providing more payment options to keep the taxpayers safe in their homes, and we're happy to see that many of you are now taking advantage of those payment options. That includes paying online at a kiosk close to your home, using our new mobile app, or even by phone, and some of you have chosen to use our drop box in the lobby. And we want to encourage everyone to continue to take advantage of the payment options outside of coming to the office so that we can help you stay healthy and safe. We've also put online payment plan agreements for your convenience that can be completed at home and mailed into our office for completion, and you're able to check your tax statement balance online. Our biggest change, however, has been the change to the show cause hearings, which normally would have been held on the 8th floor of our building in a big room with everyone close together and lots of socialization, but because of the pandemic, that had to change. Our interim Deputy Treasurer of Forfeiture and Finance for Foreclosures, Tony Covelli, will talk more about how the show cause hearings work in just a few moments. But I just want to give you a brief overview of what show cause hearings are and why we're obligated to hold them. The law requires us to provide an opportunity for every taxpayer to show cause or present a reason why the Treasurer should not foreclose on your property. Most taxpayers who have come to the hearings in the past needed only a payment plan or some assistance from some of our partners to pay off their taxes. This year, we've encouraged those taxpayers who only need a payment plan to make an appointment or to use the online process for the payment plans. If you have additional issues that require a show cause hearing, you can make an appointment, and we will provide you with a chance to tell us if something was wrong in our process or if you are facing other difficulties, so we may point you in the right direction for an appropriate solution. Please grab paper and a pen and be prepared to write down website addresses, telephone numbers, and other contact information because our goal is the same as yours, keeping you and your family safe and in your properties this year by all means available to us. And with that, I'll turn it over to our interim deputy treasurer of forfeiture and foreclosure, Tony Cavalli.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tony Cavalli, the interim deputy treasurer of forfeiture and foreclosure, and I'm going to give you a brief overview of the show cause hearings for 2021. As John Bier mentioned, due to social distancing and for the safety of the taxpayers and our staff, the show cause hearings are being held via phone call this year instead of in person as they have in the past. Now, in order to make an appointment for a show cause interview, go to our website at www.treasurer.waynecounty.com and choose make an appointment. When you get to that appointment page, choose show cause hearing and then choose the date and time that you wish to have your interview. Please don't come into our office. This is a phone interview with one of our staff members where we will go over your taxes, the payment plans available to you, and possibly give you contact for community partners that may have resources available to you. Besides the show cause appointments, there are other things that are you can get on our website. One of them is to check on how much you owe, make a payment, or even enter in a payment plan. What you would do for that is when you get to the home page, on the right side, there's a box. And you can either enter your property address or your parcel ID. When it brings up your payment information, it tells you how much is due and gives you different options to pay. One says pay now, that would be paying an entire year in full. You would check off the year you want to pay and then go over to the payment screen. The other one is a partial payment, where you would choose the year you want to make the partial payment on and type in how much you want to make. We suggest that you always pay the oldest year first, please. Now at the bottom, if you scroll down farther, if there's any payment agreements available to you, they will show up at the bottom. They will either show PAYS, ERSPA, or RegSPA. Now, in order of importance, if the PAYS is there, that is the most important one, and the one has more benefits to the taxpayers than the other ones. If that's not there, but ERSPA and RegSPA are, then you want to do the ERSPA, and then the last resort would be the RegSPA. Ms. Drew will be going over those in a little while. Now, if you're coming into the office to make payment or just to speak to one of our cashiers, you also have to make an appointment online. Same thing you would for the show cause appointment. Go to our website, choose make an appointment. And at that point, your appointment will be made for paid taxes / payment plans. And you come in at that time, date and time for your appointment. Right now, I checked this morning, we are already booked through January and we're starting to book full days in February already. So if you want to come in and make an appointment, please be sure to go out and get your appointment soon, as the foreclosure date is March 31st. We want to get everything done before then, and the forfeiture date is March 1st. So if you're looking to make any appointments to take care of anything prior to those dates, please go on site and make those appointments now. I'm going to turn it over to Sheree Drew now to go over a little bit about the payment plans.
Good afternoon. I'm Sheree Drew, Department Manager for Taxpayer Assistance, and I'm going to give an overview of the Taxpayer Assistance Department. The purpose of Taxpayer Assistance is to assist taxpayers in understanding the different programs that are available to them to help avoid tax foreclosure, while at the same time fulfilling their tax obligations. We offer the following programs to assist taxpayers avoiding foreclosure. The Stipulated Payment Agreement, the SPA, is available to everybody, including non-owner occupant and commercial properties. Here we take all the 2018 taxes and priors, we add them together and divide by 10 for monthly payments to be made the first week of each month. If you file a Stipulated Payment Agreement today, you will open with a 20% payment. By February 11th, you will open with a 30% payment, and by March 11th, you will open with 40%. All Stipulated Payment Agreements should be filed by March 11th. Taxpayers with multiple properties have the option to do a bundle. bundle in 2018 priors together by selecting a bundle monthly payment to redeem those properties from foreclosure by entering a stipulated payment agreement for 5 or more properties. Bundle payment agreement provide convenience for the taxpayer by allowing them to do one monthly payment, and it's automatically applied through the tax administrative system. Interest reduction stipulated payment agreement is available. Interest reduction stipulated payment agreement is a 5-year plan that include all the delinquent property taxes and reduce the interest rate to 6%. And you are required to pay your current taxes at your local and pay your monthly installments on time to stay in the plan and avoid foreclosure. To sign up, you must own and live in your home and have a principal resident exemption that proves primary residence. Pay as you stay may reduce the amount of taxes owed for the low-income homeowners who are qualified for their city's, township, village property tax exemption. It meets the requirements of the law. Taxpayers who are eligible from pays will receive a notice from our office. These payment plans are available online. Special down payment plans for veterans and first-time responders will be good until March 15th. Please contact our office at 313-224-5990. We can forward payment agreements to eligible taxpayers by mail to keep you safe during this time. To receive a payment agreement, send a request by mail to Wayne County Treasurer, 400 Monroe, 5th floor, Detroit, Michigan, 48226. To see or email WCTO payment plans at waynecounty.com with your name, email address, phone number, property address, parcel ID number that you are concerned about. Now here's Carl Stafford to go over some special other payment solutions.
Good afternoon. My name is Carl Stafford. I'm the Director of Special Project here at the Wayne County Treasurer's Office. Under Michigan law, parcels, we are not required to foreclose on all parcels. There are 3 major exceptions to the foreclosure rule, or withholding parcels from foreclosure. The first category are those properties held by minor persons, persons who are incompetent, persons who are unable to manage their affairs until a guardian is appointed. If you know of anyone that meets those criteria, make sure you reach out to this office so we can discuss their situation and determine whether or not that particular parcel should be removed from the petition of foreclosure for this year. The second major category are those parcels that are subject to a payment plan. Even though you may have received a notice of a potential of foreclosure, if you're in a payment plan, those parcels will be removed from the petition of foreclosure so long as you remain current with those payments. And the last category are for those parcels owned by individuals that are undergoing a substantial financial hardship. In those situations, we encourage you to reach out to this office to discuss your situation, to make sure that you are aware of the various benefits and support that you may receive from our community partners. Now, those individuals who are owner occupants of a parcel and there's no other viable option, there is the option of having you sign up for a DOE, which stands for Distress Owner Occupant Extension Agreement. Under those agreements, the taxpayer must provide proof of ownership, provide us a copy of a valid driver's license, state ID, and you're required to sign a sworn statement of income showing that you meet the various income standards established by this office. So if you are within any of those 3 categories, the treasurer has the right to remove your parcels from foreclosure. So with that, I will turn this over to Ms. Jackson, who will discuss reinstatement options.
Thank you, Carol. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jonte Jackson, and I work with the Taxpayer Assistance Department here at the Wayne County Treasurer's Office. I'm here to discuss reinstatement and rollover options. If you are enrolled in an ERSPA and has been removed due to non-payment or falling behind, please contact our office for reinstatement and also the amount that you're falling behind in. If you are up to date with the ERSPA plan, you may be eligible for a one-time rollover, which requires a 10% down payment of the base tax amount of the year eligible for rollover. In addition, please continue to pay the current summer/winter taxes before March 1st, 2021 to avoid removal from the ERSPA plan. Current taxes should be paid to your local municipality, and all payments should be on time with Wayne County. Now we'll turn it over to Jack Gano, our co-counsel.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jack Ganem. I am the Chief Assistant Corporation Counsel for Wayne County Corporation Counsel. We represent and do the legal work for the Wayne County Treasurer's Office. The payment plans outlined by my colleagues earlier are the most common remedy that taxpayers use for relief. You should try to get into a payment plan. But if you are not qualified for a payment plan, or if there is some legal basis for which you can object to your foreclosure, that option is also available to you. Each year, we are required to hold a hearing before a Wayne County Circuit Court judge. This year, it's Judge Timothy Kenny, where you can object to the foreclosure of your property. This hearing will be held on February 24th and 25th, and it will be a remote Zoom type hearing. So if you have a legal interest in the property and want a hearing to object or have your objection heard, you must file a written objection by or before the 10th of February. That's very important. Now, there are 7 reasons under the law for which you can file an objection to foreclosure. First one being that no law authorizes the tax. Second, the person appointed to decide whether the tax shall be levied under the law of this state acted without jurisdiction. Or the tax imposed is really not a tax in question. Third, the property was exempt from the tax in question, or it was not legally levied. Fourth reason, the tax has been paid within the time limited by law for payment or redemption. Fifth, the tax was assessed fraudulently. Number 6, the description of the property used in an assessment was so indefinite or erroneous that a forfeiture was void. And the last reason, the owner of the property subject to foreclosure is a minor heir under 18 years of age and has a legal interest in the property, or an equitable interest in the property. An example of that would be if someone under 18 inherited the property. For your convenience, a blank objection form can be requested by email from taxinfo@waynecounty.com or found at treasurer.waynecounty.com, or you can pick up a hard copy at 400 Monroe, Suite 660. If your objection is not filed on the objection form, you must include your cell phone number and your address and parcel identification number of the property on your letter. Further filing instructions are available on the objection form. Next, I would like to introduce Phil Kavanaugh, who will introduce our community partners.
Thank you, Jack. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for attending this Zoom call. There's a lot of information to digest and can be a bit overwhelming. Knowing this, the Wayne County Treasurer, Eric Sabri, has turned show cause into a resource fair in years past. This year, we can't put all these resources in one room, but the Treasurer still wants all of you to know that there are helpful resources still available. There are 4 of our core community partners on this call that will assist you: the Assessor's Office and the Detroit Board of Review, explaining how property taxes are calculated how you can object, and the process to getting your properties exempt, your property taxes exempt. The two other community partners that will be speaking shortly, United Community Housing Coalition and Wayne Metro, and they focus on assisting delinquent taxpayers. We have other community partners in addition to those not speaking. We've reached out to Detroit Water and Sewer and Thaw. They're available for water and heating relief. Wayne County, the County of Wayne has departments to help seniors and veterans. Detroit Area on Aging is also available to assist seniors. The State of Michigan Department of Health and Human Services has emergency relief money for those that qualify. And there are also a lot of other excellent nonprofits and agencies here in Wayne County, all concerned with foreclosures and offering free assistance. Some of those include Southwest Solutions and U-Snapback. If you're in need of legal help, Lakeshore Legal, Michigan Legal Services, United Community Housing Coalition, and Legal Aid and Defenders. These can be found on the Treasurer's website, or to schedule a one-on-one appointment with one of the Wayne County Treasurer Office employees, go to WCT showcause at waynecounty.com. And as I said, we have the City of Detroit on the line. I have noticed Willie Donwell. And Willie, if the assessor's office isn't on, maybe you could take their spot too. Oh, hi, Alvin. Will you please start? I'm sorry. Alvin Horn is the City of Detroit assessor. He'll speak first and then pass it off to his colleague, Willie Donwell, at the Board of Review.
Well, thank you, Mr. Kavanaugh. I just want to reiterate something the county has said. We are here to provide every assistance we can to any property owner who needs it. In that regard, the city processes the HTAP application. We will make it available. If we need to send someone to a property owner's house and drop it off, we will do that. We've been doing it for a while now. We'll pick up the application if we need to. In addition to the HTAP application, I would advise every property owner in the city to take advantage of their rights to question how the city values their property. On February 1st, the City of Detroit will start the first of its three-tier appeals process, which is known as the Assessor's Review. That's a very informal process. That is a property owner's opportunity to question how we have valued their property. We take pains to explain the process, but we also take pains to make sure we have the evaluations correct. We will reduce the values if we find that there's been a mistake. If we need to go back and reduce values, then we'll do everything we legally can to do that. The assessor's office partners with the Board of Review. The Board of Review processes, and they have final jurisdiction over the HTAP applications. But it's the staff and the assessors that's really the first step in that. We get the application, we go through it, we work with the Board of Review, we contact taxpayers when necessary. I just want to reiterate that the city will do everything it can to assist property owners who need it. Take advantage of your rights under the law. If you need an HTAP application and you can't get to one, if you don't have a computer or you don't know someone who can drop it off for you, we will send someone to your house with the application. We will arrange for someone to call you and help you fill out the application. And we'll send someone to your house to pick it up if necessary. So please, I'll text I'll put my contact information in the chat. And thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Glad to be here today. I want to thank the Treasurer's Office for holding this event. It's always great when we actually can provide information to citizens and help provide home ownership to help support it. I always joke about it, but it's so true. Our job, I believe, is to try to put this section of the county treasurer's office out of business because we need to figure out how to reduce and eliminate tax foreclosure. So Jean-Pierre and Mr. Stafford, everybody, while I love you, I want you to know that, I'm trying to reduce the amount of work that you're having. Just kind of following up on a couple of things that Mr. Carter said. You know, it's so important that a homeowner or property owner make sure that their property is being assessed fairly and correctly, and at least go through the process at least once, so they can understand the value of property, how it's being assessed, and then at least if you believe that you feel that it's being something is incorrect, you have the opportunity to challenge it. The first step is, again, to go to the assessor's review between the 1st and 15th of February. If you're not happy with that decision, then you can file an appeal before the board of review, which occurs in March. And even if you're not satisfied with the March board review decision, you have the right to appeal that to the Michigan Tax Tribunal. So you have several opportunities to, look into the valuing of your property and to, making sure that your property is fair. Just understand that each stage after the assessor's review gets a little bit more formal. And I know that the office of the assessor takes every opportunity to look at helping a property owner to make sure that their property is being valued fairly. So please, if you're a property owner in the city of Detroit, take advantage of going to the assessor's review. I personally, again, know the quality of the work that they're doing, because the number of people that have filed to the assessor's review, we don't see nearly half of those individuals, and that's because the assessor's office is taking the time to get those corrections and so forth as done as necessary. So help is available. If you're a homeowner in the city of Detroit and you're struggling with the payment of your property taxes, the Homeowners Property Tax Assistance Program provides an opportunity to not only get the current year property taxes eliminated, but to get you into the PAYS program. So please understand, number one, the PAYS program is administered by the Wayne County Treasurer's Office. It is not the responsibility of the Board of Review. But the determination of the exemption application, the Homeowners Property Tax Assistance Program application, is what can make you eligible to become or to get you into the PAYS program. So again, calling Shantae and Jean-Pierre and Tony and everybody saying, hey, what's going on with my application? That's actually not the proper process. The proper process is to bug us here at the Board of Review to see if you have an application filed. If you haven't gotten one filed, please get it filed so that we can get you into the PAYS program. That is the proper way of doing it. You must file a Homeowners Property Tax Assistance Program application with the local participating jurisdiction in order to participate in the PAYS program. But it is a great opportunity because it will reduce the amount of back taxes owing, again, administered by the County Treasurer's Office. But, it has already saved, that I know of, over 5,000 homes from the city of Detroit. We're looking to save many, many more. So if you're struggling with the payment of your taxes, you have back taxes, you're in threat of foreclosure. If you got to, make it real simple. If you got that yellow bag on your door and you're a homeowner, this is where you need to be. Because what happens is, once we make the determination, we send that information to the Wayne County Treasurer's Office in terms of what we decided. So please file that application. And then if you're a veteran, I know sometimes this gets missed. If you're a veteran and you're a homeowner, disabled veterans exemption is also maybe an opportunity for you to reduce your taxes. The Disabled Veterans Exemption, which is Public Act 161, provides the opportunity for a disabled veteran that is receiving 100% service-connected disability or special adaptive housing or considered individually unemployable. This is all, either one of those categories is determined by the Department of Veteran Affairs. You can see the property taxes on your principal residence exempt. And this also goes for the surviving spouse that is unremarried. This is under, again, Public Act 161, which under the state statute is MCL 2117B. So there's a lot of great opportunities. If you have any questions, concerns, or you want to find out more information, you can go to the City of Detroit website and look at the Board of Review. We have a lot of great information there. Also, the HPTAP application will be, I'd say, start looking for it in about the next month. We should have an application to post it on the website with the guidelines. Please complete the application and get it turned in so that we can get you assisted and get you out of tax foreclosure. Thank you.
Hi, thank you for inviting us to the call. I'm happy to share information with you all about our CARES property tax assistance program. Definitely encourage you to apply for that if you are struggling with your property taxes. In order to be eligible for the CARES property tax assistance, you do need to be the owner. So renters, landlords, etc., will not be eligible, and we will need to see the proof of that. And then there is also some income eligibility guidelines. But if you are, if you have a child in Head Start, if you're receiving unemployment, if you're receiving any benefits from MDHHS, like food assistance, different things, and maybe you're enrolled in the RAP water assistance program that we have at Wayne Metro, or MEEP energy efficiency. So any of those programs, if you're already enrolled in those, you will be income eligible for our program. We'll just need to also see that proof of ownership. To access the property tax support that we have, you sign up on our website. It's available 24/7, waynemetro.org/cares, CARES. So waynemetro.org/cares. And there'll be a big purple button that says click here to apply. And you're going to want to say that, you are requesting housing, emergency assistance, that you do own your home, and it's not mortgage, but it's property tax assistance that you're looking for. And then just be prepared when you go to the website, waynemetro.org/cares, to upload some documentation that you have. So we'll need a proof of ID, proof of income, if the PRE, or if you've been approved for a PTE, you can do that to show your ownership, and then also a deed. So again, the website is waynemetro.org/cares. And then just as a note, in order to receive the funds, we are requesting that everybody first apply for the poverty tax exemption, the PTE, that Willie was talking about, just because that's a really powerful way to first reduce the amount that you owe, and then we'll have some, we can provide some financial assistance to help out with hopefully the remainder of it. We'll see. And then also we have a financial empowerment center that works in partnership with the Wayne County Treasurer's Office. And we will have you work with one of our financial empowerment counselors to make sure, we're taking advantage of all the different payment plans and options that are right for you, and figuring out then, the correct amounts for funding and things like that based off the need that is there. So it is open, but definitely please apply as soon as possible, as there's limited funds that are available. So again, the website, waynemetro.org/cares. And then if you need assistance with the application, if it's easier over the phone, 313-388-9799 is the number that you can call. And I'll put that in the chat box as well. But please don't hesitate to reach out to us at Wayne Metro. We're very happy to help provide assistance. So thank you.
United Community Housing.
Thank you, Phil, and thank you, Treasurer, for the opportunity to present. United Community Housing Coalition, along with Michigan Legal Services, has since 2003 worked with homeowners and others in properties that were in tax foreclosure to try to limit the damages, mitigate the damages to them. 2003 was the second year that there were foreclosures in Wayne County under the law that passed in 1999 or 1998, whichever it was. And so we've been there for a long, long time. Our work is with anyone who's occupying a home in tax foreclosure, okay? So that could be we do not assist people who are not occupying the homes. We do not have the ability to assist investors and things of that nature. We assist the occupant. So if that's the homeowner, and primarily that's the group we want to work with, particularly low-income homeowners in the city of Detroit, but we also work across the county on this particular project. We work in what we call family homes. Those would be situations where the occupant is some member of the family of the owner. Very often that's a situation where mom or dad own the property, they passed, and other members of the family continue to live there, but they're not really the owners. And we work with tenants. And all of those groups have very different issues and problems, but they're all impacted because they're all at some risk of being displaced. We also work with homeowners with other kinds of problems. Our goal is not just to deal with the tax issue, but to make sure that once we're through, that the household has stable housing for the present and for the long-term future, hopefully. So if there are mortgage issues, land contract problems, lease purchase issues, which generally wouldn't even qualify for some of the homeowner issues, but many lease purchase buyers are in fact much like land contract buyers. Or if there's other kinds of title disputes, now's the time to work those things out. I'm sure no one wants to pay the treasurer all of their taxes, several $1,000s worth of taxes maybe, and then find out that the bank is going to take the property back anyway, or the land contract seller is threatening land contract forfeiture and going after you anyway. So all of those kinds of things need to be worked out, and we try to work with you to do them. Generally with homeowners that don't have those kinds of issues, what we're looking for is to help to make sure that the Treasurer's Office does a wonderful job of explaining the various plans that are options for you, but sometimes homeowners need to hear it a second time. And very often, more importantly than that, there's a lack of the documentation needed. If you show up to the Treasurer's Office or call somebody at the Treasurer's Office and you don't have your PRE and you don't happen to mention that you live there, you would properly be told that the best option would be probably a spa. When in reality, if you do live there, you need to get your principal residence exemption, a simple piece of paper. We can help you do that, or you can do it on your own with some direction, and to make sure that you then qualify for the proper plan. If you haven't recorded your deed, or you haven't recorded a land contract, and very often many of these deals on land contracts are done in a way that they're not recordable. There's certain requirements that the Wayne County Register of Deeds has for recording that are very often not met. A lot has been said about the property tax exemption. The only thing, and Detroit does a fantastic job of that, better than anyone else. That's the HP TAP that I think Alvin and Willie both referred to. But that also applies in every other community as well, the property tax exemption. Under state law, every community has to have some type of relief for people that are at, or homeowners that are at or below the poverty level. It varies in almost every place. And some of those communities also have bought into the PAYS program. So it is important to know that, to apply for your exemption and to possibly get into PAYS if you're in one of those communities. If all else fails for low-income homeowners and tenants and others, we also have another program called Make It Home. And in that program, we're able to work, it only applies in the city of Detroit, but in that program, we're able to work with the occupant for the city of Detroit to exercise their option during July to take back property through what's called a right of refusal. And we're able to then have the occupant either become the homeowner again or to become the homeowner, period, if they were a tenant before. In the course of 3 years of operation of that program, didn't operate last year because there were no foreclosures, but in the course of 3 years of operations, we've gotten 1,157 homes for former owners. I say former because they would have lost the property for tax foreclosure, tenants, land contract buyers, and others, family members and others in that. And so it's worked very well. Our average price in Detroit's been about $4,000, which is actually in many instances been less than the taxes. I won't go into that in a lot of greater detail at this point, but it's there as a last ditch option if none of these other things apply. I would also like to reinforce what Attorney Ganem said, that the court hearings are not, there's very, very few remedies at the court hearings. So I would urge you to take advantage of the administrative remedies, these various tax plans that you could apply for and things of that nature. I would add, and I'm not sure if Attorney Ganem said this or not, I sort of missed that part, but other things that can get you out of foreclosure if there is a legitimate issue with a probate case needing to be filed. Your father was the owner, your father passed, and you filed a probate case, that would get the property out of foreclosure. If there is a legitimate dispute as to title and you're needing to sue someone who you paid off a land contract, never got your deed, and you need to have an attorney sue for what's called quiet title, then that would also be a valid reason. And if there is a valid reason for you filing bankruptcy also would take you out of tax foreclosure. Those things would need to be done generally before March 31st. I don't know whether the treasurer would extend that time. That is up to them. But by law, you'd need to file before March 31st to have your property removed for one of those reasons. Again, I stress legitimate in those, but very often there are many, many circumstances where family members have lived in a home, sometimes for many years, and always thought of it as their home. They've paid taxes very often, but have fallen on hard times and have not been able to. But because they're not the owners, they can't take advantage of some of these other programs until they probate the property. There's other kinds of relief available. State emergency relief from the state is there in certain circumstances. It's really good, though, to have talked to a counselor before you apply, because there's certain things that you can do that will almost automatically exclude you from getting that. I'm not going to go into those here, but I would suggest that getting free counseling help, there's never a bad thing for that. I mean, getting free help to get you out of foreclosure, to get you on the path to stable housing is always good. If you wanted to reach us, our number is 313-405-7726. That is a tax foreclosure hotline that we have that's exclusively for this issue. Thank you.
My name is Steron Batchelor. I am the Community Services Supervisor for Wayne County Veteran Services. And Wayne County has a plethora of services for its veterans. If you are a honorably discharged veteran or a veteran that has a general under honorable conditions discharge and you have problems with your taxes, we can pay up to 3 years of back property taxes. We will also help veterans who need to have special adaptations to their homes, such as ramps or lifts. So we will be able to cover that as well. Also, if they are struggling to have mortgage payments, we will help that. The only thing that they need is their DD-214, proof that they are a Wayne County resident. We will need to have 3 of their last bank statements, proof of their income, and lastly, we will need to have either their mortgage agreement or a letter from whatever authority that they need to make the payments to, and we will be able to assist them with that as well. If you have any questions, you can go to Wayne County website, /veterans, and also you can go to 833-WAY-VETS. That is 833-929-8387. I will leave all of that information in the chat, including how folks who are qualified can be able to use these great benefits that our offices provides. Thank you for this time to speak.
Okay. Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. One more time, Wayne County Treasurer's Office information. For general information, treasurer.waynecounty.com. For payment plan information, email us at WCTO paymentplans@waynecounty.com. For general questions about assistance, you can email us at info. 1 second, let me go back to my page here. I'm typing. Email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com. And thank you everybody for joining us. Please let anyone you know who's having tax issues. We'll try to answer questions and provide information. Thank you.